going on? Hey, listen, we want to set up that conference call for tonight. We want to get them up and going out there in Puerto Rico. Okay. Yeah, that'll be perfect. That'll be absolutely perfect. Okay. Let me know what I need to do. I'm setting up the YouTube. Hold on for a second. Hopefully we're up and going. Hold on for a second. I am trying to become techie. What's going on, folks? Those who see me on YouTube, please stand by, guys. I'm trying to get this thing up and going. Hold for one moment here. Zoom has changed the format up a little bit here. Tell you what, Zoom is absolutely booming. I wish I bought some Zoom stock before this whole pandemic has been taking place right now. That stock is absolutely exploding in the marketplace right now. Hold on for a second. Am I live? All right. I want to record on Zoom. Hold on. That's kind of weird. There is a delay in this whole presentation here. All right, guys. Hey, listen, I'm just talking to the computer. I'm not sure what is being captured. But hey, welcome, welcome. Happy hump day, guys. I'm going into our Zoom, through Zoom into our YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys for jumping on. I am looking to build up my platform on social media. I've been running from this for a minute. I'm an old head trying to make it out here in this world of technology, guys, and I strongly encourage you to do the exact same thing. My head is shining. But hey, listen, guys, hopefully you had an amazing day today. Man, I had an awesome Wednesday. There's some exciting things happening right now in the midst of all of this craziness, okay? So I want to be respectful and mindful of what's happening in other people's lives. You got to play a thin line, being very optimistic, but at the same time being sympathetic to other folks' situations. Prayers going out to everyone around the world who's suffering due to this COVID-19 pandemic that's taking place. I pray for you and your family. Hopefully you have not had any losses. I pray that you make it through and get over any discomfort that we're all experiencing right now, guys. But as an entrepreneur, and I can't express this enough, TD Jakes, which is one of my spiritual mentors, he has, and I'm going to attach his video to this link. So whenever you look at this, I'm going to attach his video. It's called Missed Opportunities. And one of the things that TD Jakes says in missed opportunities is when most people run from a calamity, there's a small group of people who run towards that calamity, and they have surfboards. And he's using an analogy, an example of when there's a major storm, okay, that's happening, people run from the beach, but those radical, excited opportunists who's looking to catch that wave, they look at it as an opportunity where they run towards the ocean. Some will call them crazy. Some don't understand what the heck they're doing. However, it's what their passion is, it's what they do. Why do I bring that up? Well, amidst all of this craziness that's happening right now, it is April 8th, 2020. We are in the middle of an absolute pandemic that's taking place all over the world. People are dying every single day due to the coronavirus or the COVID-19 virus. But at the same time, guys, there are people who are flourishing. There's people right now who are stuck in their homes and being very creative, innovative, and reinventing themselves. And that's what I really want to talk to you about is reinventing yourself, taking lemons and turning it into lemonade. And that's exactly where we are right now. Or you could take lemons and turn it into a lemon meringue pie, or you could take lemons and turn it into a mixed drink, whatever you want to do with it. But you take what you've been dealt with and you turn it into something positive. And that's what I want to really encourage folks to do. There's certain things we control and there's certain things we don't control. What we don't control is what's happening right now with the virus that's moving through. What we do control is washing our hands, social distancing, making sure we don't endanger our families and our loved ones and others. Putting on masks now that the country is saying now put on masks, although prior they were saying not to, which I thought was quite weird. That was a calculated move because they knew they had limited supplies. But I'm not going to get political right now. They didn't want you to go get masks because they had to go and accumulate those masks. And unfortunately, now they're gouging those prices, but I digress. But here's the thing, guys. We control striving to avoid putting ourselves in a path of getting the virus. We control not getting around those individuals like our parents, our grandparents, and elderly folks who are more vulnerable to this. I haven't seen or hugged my mom in a long time, and I miss my mom. But hey, we control that. But along with that, what we control is turning this situation into an opportunity. You are stuck at home. And I've been in business for over 25 years, working from home as a home-based business owner, entrepreneur. I built many different types of business, conventional businesses, but as a home-based business owner, this is prime time for those of you who have been looking into the industry or considering it. I want to talk about a couple of things real quick. I just went all over on my soapbox. Tonight, what I want you to do, I want you to hashtag it, put this out, take it viral. Hashtag never again. What did I say? Hashtag never again. Never again will you be this vulnerable. Understand what I'm saying, guys? And whether it's vulnerability in regards to being paycheck to paycheck, wondering when you're going to get your next check and not having any other options to pull money from, being vulnerable in terms of your health, being vulnerable in terms of being alone in space where you don't have friends and loved ones around you. I want you to hashtag never again. Use this opportunity to strengthen your position. Use this opportunity to strengthen your position. Solidify your finances, solidify your health. Hey, never again am I going to be vulnerable. This is what you got to say to yourself. If you're sitting in a place where they say those individuals who are overweight, those individuals who have asthma, high blood pressure, diabetes, things of that nature, they are vulnerable regardless of what your age is. So never again, while you're sitting in your house, don't eat bonbons. Don't eat a whole bag of what did I eat today? I'm talking to myself right now because I went to the store and bought some daggone Reese cups. And I had the big pack. I was standing in line. They had a little bag with the little bites. And I said, okay, I'm going to get that. I can control my consumption. Needless to say, I ate my last two today. It was about 8 of them in the bag. So it wasn't that bad. But my point to this is don't sit home and doing nothing. Don't sit home and become what they call a couch potato and just eating ice cream, eating up all your daggone supplies, and then getting out of weight, becoming more and more vulnerable. Take this opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to get into a routine where I'm going to run in place. I'm going to do jumping jacks. I'm going to do push-ups. I'm going to get in shape so that I can now never again be vulnerable to a virus that could come and take me out. Guys, that is absolutely imperative, guys. So here's my thing. Here's my training, because that was not in my notes. This is a time to reinvent yourself, guys. One of the key things, and there's many parts to this, I want to talk about the component of position yourself to elevate. You have to remove all excess weight. That goes back to what I said, losing weight. But what I'm talking about is excess weight so that you can elevate, meaning that take this moment to get inside of yourself and identify what is holding you back. Where are you right now? And where do you want to go? Understand this. As I say, and I tell people this all the time, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. I'm nowhere near where I'm going, where I want to be. Understand this. So where are you right now? And where do you want to go? And what's holding you back? I use an example of being in an airplane. I'll never forget the movie. What was the movie? What was the movie? I think it was where they got bombed by World. What was it called? Where they bombed the ships and they went to war and they had to go attack Japan and they had to remove everything off the plane. They even took off the guns, the guns. All they had to release all the weight so that they can elevate and they can reserve as much gas as possible. And that's what you got to do, guys. There's things that's holding you back that you must get rid of. And what better time than to evaluate your current situation and then identify, hey, I need to make some changes. Whether it's mental thought processes that has been embedded into our mindset, saying that you're not worthy of becoming a six-figure earner, you're not worthy of becoming a seven-figure earner, you're not an entrepreneur, you are a worker, you're not a good dad or a good mom, you're just average. Your daddy wasn't shit, your mama was, the stuff that's been embedded in our heads from day one. Now's the time to start evaluating and self-evaluating, saying, what's stopping me from going to the next level? And then whatever it is, we need to release it. Get rid of it. Write it down on paper. Get over your sink, set it on fire, let it go. Go to your toilet, flush it down the toilet, whatever you need to do. But it's time to release that mental blockage that's stopping you from moving to the next level. You want to go in business for yourself, but you're worried about what other people are going to say. You want to go into business for yourself, or you want to start another company or get back. You started a business. I run into these people all the time. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been self-employed for over 25 years. I help people go into business for themselves. And most people want to become entrepreneurs, but there's a couple of things that stop them. One, fear of failure is the number one reason. And number two, what would everybody else think? Understand this, guys. You may have got involved with a business, or you may have started a company, or you may have known someone who started a company and they failed miserably. But that's not your destination. And even if you fell forward. I was watching Tom Edison. He said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I realized and learned 10,000 ways not to do it. You have to have the mindset of not being afraid to venture off and trying something new that's going to take you closer to your destination. So many people are stuck and stagnated and can't stand their life. They psych themselves out thinking and acting as if, but they want more, but they're what they call apathy. They're comfortable in that space. They're not willing to get uncomfortable. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to get to the next level, you must be willing to be uncomfortable. You must be willing and be comfortable staying in the discomfort. Let me reiterate that. You must be willing to be comfortable inside of discomfort, because where there is discomfort, there's growth. Now, it has to be discomfort in terms of elevation, being uncomfortable and doing something new, learning a new trade, learning a new business, learning a new system, learning a new language, whatever it may be, not being uncomfortable getting your ass kicked by a spouse or what have you. I'm not talking about that. I'm speaking of discomfort and moving towards your goals. Me going live, me doing videos is uncomfortable for me. That's not my character trait. But I realize in order to get where I want to be, in order to create content, that my number one reason for doing these videos is so that my sons can see this as they get older, and they can go back and hear how dad thought. And hopefully I can pour into him or them, my son Benjamin and Joshua, and or others, and help them to move to the next level, guys. So you have to, one, release excess weight, and so you can elevate and move to the next level mentally. And then along with that, guys, I strongly encourage is to decide to become agile. How can you shave off some of the things that's preventing you from maneuvering and adjusting accordingly? Let me give you an example of what I'm speaking of. A lot of businesses are going to go out of business because they don't have the ability to adjust to situations. Big companies right now, many of them weren't able to adjust and adapt and get their staff to be able to work from home. So they had to shut their doors. Whereas a small business with a close niche employee base, they were able to maneuver and adapt and keep the money flowing. You must put yourself in a position, again, never again will you be this vulnerable, where you want to be able to put yourself in a position where from now on, you can be able to adjust and adapt to the environment accordingly. All right. And the last thing I want to talk about, where a lot of people, we were taught this, and this is my main conversation here. We were taught in these troubled times to live within your means, or budget accordingly, to lower your lifestyle and live like Mr. Scrooge, who has a whole lot of money but keeps everything to himself and doesn't live a good life. Guys, my mentorship it taught me a whole different game. And I'll give you an example, people that you can relate to, whereas, what's his name? Matter of fact, I have him right here. Dave Ramsey teaches rip up or cut up all your cards. Don't go into debt, cut up all your cards. Don't buy, don't do, whatever. That's his whole philosophy. He has a target market. David Ramsey's target market is that middle class. Then you have Susan Orman. Her whole thing is no to everything. She's catering to the poor. And that's just a reality. And they all have their niches. But then you have like Robert Kiyosaki and my other mentors, they say, I don't want you to lower your means. I want you to increase your means. I want you to create more cash flow to sustain your livelihood. Instead of lowering your means, increase your means. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. I want you to find out and identify, how can I increase my cash flow? Don't lower your means. Don't budget yourself where you say, hey, man, all I could live is $2,000. No. Increase your means, make more money so you could grow and expand and live the lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with $2,000. But if it doesn't give you the lifestyle that you desire, if it has you eating tuna fish, understand what I'm saying, every night, or dog food. There's people, I've heard the stories about folks who eat dog food to survive. And if you eat dog food and that's your preference, hey, no offense. But what I'm getting at is, we live in a world of abundance. The social media, internet, there's so many opportunities that are out there. There's so many ways to increase your cash flow. I want to hit on a couple of things. For one of the things that's taking up over 40% of your revenue that you're making right now, every 40 cents of every dollar goes towards taxes. 40% of your income is going towards taxes. But yet there are wealthy people or folks who have good financial people around them who show them how they say, hey, I don't pay taxes. And they do that legally. You need to figure out how to put yourself in a position to reduce your taxes. There's nothing wrong with paying taxes, but there's something very wrong with paying too much on your taxes. So make it a goal. How do you increase your cash flow? You got money coming in, but too much is going out. Reduce your taxes and keep your money coming in. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. Second is loans and interest rates. A lot of people are buried in debt and paying high interest rates on their loans because they have bad credit. Understand this, guys. You want to improve your credit and put yourself in a position to negotiate and get better interest rates, because what does that do? That keeps money in your household. It's not what you make, it's what you exactly. So here's the key thing. Two key things you can do right away without even starting a business or working any harder. Find a way to reduce your taxes and increase your credit. We can help you with that. Hit the link below. I can show you how to do that. Now, the third way is make more money. Start a home-based business. I want you to understand this, guys. By starting a home-based business, you now have the ability to write off more of your personal expenses and make them into business expenses. So you're reducing your taxes by just doing that. Now, I'm not an accountant, but I can give you access to some very reputable accountants and bookkeepers where they can show you how to strategically put yourself in a position. But by starting a business, you now can write off amazing taxes, your cell phone, your clothing. You can hire your children up to the age of 17 and pay them up to $12,000 a year, and they don't have to file the taxes, and you can write that off. We show you how to do that with our amazing company that we work with. But along with that, improving your credit, you can also set yourself up where you can negotiate your loans, your interest rates, put yourself in a position where you're keeping more of your money. Guys, cash flow is everything. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. We have an amazing business opportunity. I want to share it with you. Go to benjaminmccray.com and go to benjaminmccray.com, and we'll share with you exactly how you can establish a business working from home and leverage and take advantage of all the things I just went over. I'm going to wrap it up at this point right here because I don't want to go too long, but I want to really encourage you. You guys, you see me with my Game of Thrones t-shirt, my favorite tight t-shirt that I own. Guys, I want to encourage everybody to get out here and do some major things. Leverage the position that you're in right now. There's never been a time where you are going to be encouraged by your employers to stay home and they're willing to pay you. The government, what is that? The government is telling you to stay home and they're going to pay you. What? That's never going to happen again. They're telling you to stay home and they're going to pay you. Not only that, they're telling the cell phone companies, your mortgage companies, and everyone else not to turn off your services. So you have nothing to stress about, but what you have to stress about right now is how do you leverage the position that you're in right now? And I encourage you, I don't know if I'm live still, I encourage you to start a business so you can reduce your taxes and we can work with you to improve your credit and put you in a position to win. So guys, I don't know, my computer is doing something weird. Something they said was because so many people are at home, our computers are moving slower, and it's 7 o'clock right now, so everybody's off work and probably on their computers even more so. So hold on guys, let me figure this out. I'm frozen, I can't even stop the recording. That's interesting. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you got something out of this quick video. I'm going to be putting more and more content and get better and better at this. So if you would like this video, share it, and also subscribe and become a part of our community. We're about to do some exciting things, guys. We got some major projects going on right now. In the midst of crazy and chaos, folks are making money. All right. And I'm just going to continue to talk. I'm not even sure if I'm being recorded. I'm trying to go back into Zoom and stop this recording. So let's see what we got going on here. This is kind of weird. Hold for 1 second, everyone. Anyway, you don't have to hold. I say peace and blessing. Go out here and make a difference. All right, guys, appreciate you all for jumping on. And I look forward to working with those who want to work with us. Go to benjaminmccray.com, learn more about working from home, starting a business, and we can set up a call where we can do a consultation on helping to improve your credit and put you in a position where, I'm sorry, guys, I'm over here multitasking, put you in a position where you can certainly save and reduce your taxes. All right. Anyway, hopefully this went live. Who cares? I'm going to reflect back on this video probably in another year from now and say, wow, I was horrible on my first few lives. But anyway, love you guys. Take charge. And let's go out here and make a difference.